Okay, guys, this is the second time I'm trying this. I'll give it one more shot tonight. My webcam is being really cranky today. It just stopped in the middle of my video, which is super annoying. And it was lagging, and I couldn't, the picture was stopping, but whatever. I'm doing a little haul tonight of KB Wax Creations, and the owner of that is Brooklyn O'Connor, and she is in our Candles Anonymous wax group. What I did is I ordered a $20 wax sampler, which I believe she said had 15 ounces of wax in it. I ordered it on the I paid for it on the 23rd. It was shipped on the 25th, and I received it on the 27th. So, to me, that's a really good turnaround. And it was a wax sampler. So I didn't pick my specific scents, but what I did was just told her, like, what I absolutely can't stand. Like, I can't do any, I'm allergic to melon, and it's not one of my favorite scents anyway. And just to be safe, I'm super allergic to melon. So just to be safe, I don't order melon scents. So I don't do melon, and I don't do pine at all. I'm not a huge mint person either, but if it's mixed with something else, I might possibly try it. Let's see, I'm going to move here. Oh, I'm going to move this way. Everything, I can't get used to the fact that everything's the opposite on these websites. Okay. So anyway, and I'm just looking at myself and, like, I have no makeup on today. It looks like I got some sun. I went to the park with my grandson today, and I look like I got a little sun, and Chris doesn't do sun. But I don't mind too much on my face, but I just don't like getting wrinkles. I already have. I said, I'm going to do some Botox. I got those squint lines, see? Those squint lines. And the eyebrow lines. Everything else, like, from here down is fine. But I figure maybe at 43, I should start doing the Botox thing. I don't know. Yeah. I talk like I got money for that. Anyway. So I'm just going to start out with her business card, which is right here. And like I said, I said it was KB Wax Creations. But she has right here, it's got this cute business card, KB Creations. So I'm not quite sure which it's meant to be called, but her Etsy shop is above there. And what I love about this girl, oh, she's amazing, love her. But she was just doing PayPal. And for people who have problems with PayPal, like I do, I like to just play with my credit card, my debit card, just like yank it, it's done, it's over with. And I know a lot of people say, oh, but you can still pay with your credit card through PayPal. Well, I've had an issue where they're telling me I owe them all this money, which I don't owe. There's no possible way, because everything was paid for and sent and taken out, and it's a debit card. I don't have a credit card. It's a debit card, so it's automatically pulled out. So people are like, oh, but you can still do that. But PayPal still processes your credit cards. So if your card is flagged, then your order's not going to go, they're going to say, oh, you can't do this, whatever, your card's flagged, or for whatever purposes. But I am not paying them $400 because I don't owe $400. I've never paid for anything that costs $400. Whatever. I'm not going to get into that whole thing. But, so I love the fact that she is now accepting just plain credit cards. And like I said, I did the wax sample. It was $20. I believe it was for 15 pounds of wax. 15 pounds of wax. That would be a really good deal, wouldn't it, guys? We'd all jump on that one. 15 ounces of wax. And I'm going to have to look down a little bit, guys, because the glare on my glasses is driving me nuts. Oh. Anyway. 15 ounces of wax. And it was a wax sampler. So what I did was, she said I believe she said I could have given her, like, all the scents that I wanted, or, list scents. But what I did instead was tell her what I absolutely don't do or don't like, which is melon. I mean, I actually love melon. Not necessarily the smell of it, but the taste of it. But I am so deathly allergic. I almost went into anaphylactic one time because I should eat melon all the time. Loved it. And I was at work one day, and at a previous job, and I was talking to my mother or something, and I said, God, I just, I love melon so much, and I had melon today, but Mom, every time I have melon, like, my throat itches. Like, my chin gets all itchy and everything like that. She's like, she's a nurse. She's like, you know what, Chris? I think you should stop with the melon. So I haven't had melon since, and so now I'm a little weird because I'm also allergic to a lot of medications, and I know this has nothing to do with this haul. I'm sorry, but everybody knows I get long-winded. I like to tell you little stories, so you can kind of get to know me. But anyway, so she said stop with the melon, and so I haven't had melon since. And like I said, I miss it. But so even with when I used to drink with liquor, like Midori, I wouldn't do any melon things. I always check to make sure there's absolutely no melon. If it's anything like a package of fruit snacks, say, I make sure there's no melon in it, no melon flavoring, whatever. So even with my wax, I know it sounds weird, but do I want to be sniffing melon? I'm sure it wouldn't hurt me, but I don't know. Like I said, I just get a little OCD about certain things. So anyway, so that was her business card. And like I said, if I didn't say it, Brooklyn O'Connor, KB Wax Creations, and her website is also, I'm going to post it down here, but it's also in our member directory, which is, we call it member pages, or I believe, or members business pages in our file section. So if you're ever looking in Candles Anonymous, and everybody who sees this, you're more than welcome to join if you're a candle wax addict. We like to promote different companies and stuff like that. We like to talk about wax, makeup, nail polish, all that kind of stuff. So if you're looking for somebody's business, or like, oh, what does that person do? If that person posts something and they're like, I'm having a sale, well, what do you do? Just go to files and the business directory. You'll find it. I believe it's the first post in there. And it'll take you right to their page. It'll have a link right to their page. They're a super cool thing. Look at this really cute thank you card that she sent. And I really like this, guys. I had another candle company do it, and I'm not huge on sending thank you notes myself. I'm really bad at it. I just don't do it. I mean, I'll hug you and squeeze you if I get a gift, and oh my God, I love you to death. But sending out thank you notes, and it's funny because my ex-mother-in-law is a total stickler when it comes to thank you notes. Like, if she doesn't get a thank you note, even if you thanked her, she's super insulted. So I'm a little better at thank you notes, but I'm not going to say that I love it. But I may send out more now just because getting these thank you notes, these personal thank you notes, is like really cool. It's just it made me feel like, oh, I'm so special. I mean, I am super, super special, guys. But, this just makes you feel even more special. So now I'm feeling like awesomely special. But it's so cute. So what it says is, thank you for your order. I hope you enjoy. Use code blank. I'm not going to give you my code, obviously. But it says to get $5 off $25. So the next time I order, since I ordered a sample pack, I will be ordering again. So next time I order, I'll use that code, which is great. I love getting coupons when I order. And I know some people have questioned in our group, do you think that makes the business look cheap? Do you think it's a good idea, kind of thing? I think it's an awesome idea. I'm always looking for a deal, and if you send me a coupon, I am 10 times more likely to order from you again. Even if, say, I ordered a bunch of scents that I didn't really like, if I have a coupon, I'll definitely give you another shot, or just order different scents. So in the sampler pack, I'm going to show it to you now. Like I said, I told her what I didn't like, and I told her kind of what I was in, the kind of scents I was into, not specifically the names, but, I like earthy, woodsy, exotic, kind of stuff. Spa scents, that kind of stuff. Anyway, so here's the first one. This is called Polo Black. And my webcam isn't showing the pictures up really well, but this is a a lilac color and little peace signs, and they're pretty thick too. Let me see if you can zoom better on that side. They're pretty thick, and I love thick, guys. Love thick. Love big, chunky waxes. Because A, I have to use less, and the thin ones just don't. I think you're supposed to get, I want to say, 1/4 of an inch wax pool in your warmer to get the best scent throw. And anybody can correct me if I'm wrong. Any of my candle ladies can, you know, it's either 1/4 or 1/2 an inch of a wax pool on in your warmer will give you the best scent throw. So because these are thick, I can probably get away with using one of these. So this would actually be a 2-pack deal there. Now I don't have Brooklyn's scent descriptions up. I had to shut everything down just because I think it was making my computer and my webcam. So I'm just going to go by nose, which mine isn't always the greatest, but this is called Polo Black, and I was expecting a really masculine scent here, like a cologne. And even though I do almost smell a perfumey, but it's more of a feminine, and I also smell fruit. So, like I said, I thought this was going to be Polo, and then you add black to the name. I thought it was going to be a really, you know, cologne-y masculine scent, which I also love. But I'm not getting that vibe with this. But I could be totally off. I've been off in other descriptions when I don't have the description in front of me, where they're like, no, that's a grape something smell, and just by the name I'm going, oh, okay, I'm off. So, Brooklyn or anybody who sees this and who has ordered this Polo Black before, please feel free to correct me in the comment below. And I will post all the information, too, of our website in the comment below. Okay, so next I'm going to go on to, I'm not sure. I know this is an incense, guys. Because when I go in to buy incense in my incense store, I always see it. And I want to pronounce it Nag Champa. Again, I could be wrong. I am wrong sometimes. I know that's hard for you guys to believe because I'm so superly awesome, but sometimes I am wrong. And when I'm wrong, I do admit it. So, that would be one of my pluses. I remember my therapist would just always say, you know, list your, you know, stop talking about your negatives. What's positive about you? And there was quite a few times where I just couldn't come up with anything. I had an issue with that. It's a personal problem. But anyway, these come in little, actually I'll turn them around so the labels find the way. It comes in little tiny dots, almost like, I will get the hang of this being, you know, Chris, go to the middle of the webcam. But, they're little tiny dots. Like, let's see, you can see the bottom one. Looks like a little gumdrop. And again, this is like a mint, almost like a, not a mint green color. Almost like a foliage green color. But the colors aren't showing up too great today. Now with these, because these are really small, and of course, like I said, it's a sampler pack. So, you know, I'm just trying to get, you know, idea. And most of my videos are cold throw videos. So, once I do melt something, I will be updating them. But I haven't melted any of this wax yet, but I just wanted to give it, you know, a shout out. So, I'll probably use 3 of these. But because I have such a large, what do you call it? Wax melter. I could possibly throw all of these in. There's 6 in this bag. But I could probably get away with 3. I'll try 3, and then I'll see what happens. And if it's not strong enough for me to really get a good idea, then I'll throw in all 6. So this might just be a one-timer here. Next is, did I even smell that one? I didn't even smell it. Ugh, like I said, this is a late night video, guys. I didn't even smell it, but, so Nag Champa. Okay, I'm not getting much from this at all right now. I feel like I'm smelling the bag. It's weird. I'm not getting much of anything from this right now. I always let my wax cure. That was another question that was on the candle group today. And I know with soy, you're supposed to let it cure about 2 weeks. But a lot of stuff that you order is ready to ship, which means they've already had it made up. So you really don't need, there is no need to cure. I like to cure anyway for at least, you know, at least 2 weeks. And I'm able to do that just because I have so much wax. So I'm able to do that. But I always feel like the more you cure, the more the scent is going to go. I don't know how it is with paraffin wax. We had this discussion and in the Candles Anonymous group. So, and a lot of my girls that make candles are like, oh, paraffin wax, you don't have to cure it all. Soy, you do have to cure. You know, you can only cure up to a point. Others, you know, say, oh no, the longer you cure, you know, it's like fine wine, the better it gets. I just think it's probably a personal preference. I know with a different candle company, I definitely had to cure, and she suggests curing, because when I first got it, I smelled absolutely nothing in anything. And I was like, oh my god, I'm freaking out, right? I'm like, oh, what did I just do? What's, you know, the deal here? And so, you know, I messaged her in a panic, and she said, oh no, you have to cure, you know, give it 2 to 3 weeks. And so I left it and everything and came back to it and then opened them up, and oh my god, what a difference. It was day and night. So I'm not catching much from this scent, this Nag Champa scent right now. But like I said, I'll let it cure, see what happens, and maybe when I throw it warmer, it will work much better. And my webcam is starting to go crazy on me again. I hope it's not an issue. Okay, next we have, turn it around, get in the middle, Bubblegum Yum. And what's really cute is it's a little, whoops, little pink bubblegum, absolute bazooka bubblegum color. It's a little cupcake and then a little stick with some glitter on it. These are small. I mean, like I said, to me, these are small. Again, it's a sampler, so, you know, it's not, I'm not complaining about it at all. Brooklyn, please, I don't want you to think I'm complaining, because I'm not. But I would probably use all this wax in my warmer. But this is Bubblegum Yum. And, let's see here. Oh my god, absolutely smells like bazooka bubblegum. You know, the super hard squares that we used to get with the little comics in them. They used to, like, break your teeth, but were so tasty. This is a straight-on bubblegum bazooka. Bazooka, to be specific, scent. It's amazing. Next we have, I'm going to try to hurry this up a little bit, just because I know I'm so long-winded, is Red Velvet Cake. And I don't know if you can see this. I'm going to turn it around. This, to me, looks like a little owl. And I am obsessed with owls. These are the cutest things. I have owl plugs for my ears. So, I love owls. I just love them, love them, love them. They're just too cute. And I know owls like the whole rage right now, but I've always loved owls. I just think they're great animals. This is in Red Velvet Cake. And that is nice. It's bakery. I can almost even smell like the cream cheese frosting on this. Super nice. It smells a little, I want to say strawberry-ish. To be honest with you, I don't even know what red velvet is. I've had velvet cupcakes before. I'm not a big sweets person. I like to smell them, but I don't, you know, I try not to eat them. But this is a really good bakery scent. Red Velvet Cake. Oops, I'm dropping here. This is Fresh Linen. And this is a regular scallop, nice and thick. Again, thick, like thick. Tart. And let's see here. I really wish I had the scent descriptions up, guys. And like I said, I apologize. This is very clean. You know, this reminds me of a laundromat. Like, it's very, or when you're doing laundry. Dryer sheets, you know, but not too perfumey. Just the right amount. It's very, very clean scent. Love it. It's great. This one is, you can see, this one has a, she had said that some of her labels were going to be handwritten. I said that's fine as long as like they don't smudge on me and stuff, so I can show people. This is maple brown syrup, and it's a very pale pink with purple glitter on it. I love glitter. I love it when people add glitter and sprinkles. It's just, not that it really matters when you throw it in your, because I'm not all that picky either. Like, you know, a lot of my candles, I just scoop it out with my ice cream scooper and throw the wax in there. So, but it's just cute. They're cute. They're cute to look at. You know, this is maple brown syrup. I definitely smell syrup. Again, a lot of these I'm going to let these cure. Because nothing has, like, blown me away as far as strongness or strength. But syrup. Definitely get a syrup from this. Very nice. And here we have black cherry. And again, it's just another clam. I want to say clamshells. I know the clam. These tarts remind me. These scallop tarts remind me of clams. So I always want to call these clamshells, but I know these aren't clamshells. Clamshells are the ones that come like 6 little squares in a box or in a package. But you know, nice thick. So I would only use one of these in my warmer. So that's great. This is a definite cherry scent, and I'm really digging this. And I'm not a huge cherry person, but it smells like fresh cherries, not the maraschino cherries, but nice fresh cherries. So this is, again, black cherry. Very nice, very great scent. I have a few more here. This is called, oh my lord. Okay, now you guys look at this. I wanted to say this is called Dreamsicles. But now that I look at it, I want to say that it says Dreamsillies. Dreamsillies. So Brooklyn again, or anybody who's tried her scents or her whatever, let me know what scent this is, because Dreamsicles or Dreamsillies, I don't know, that's what it's spelt, but I would assume it was Dreamsicles. But these are little, I don't think you're going to be able to see this in my webcam. There you go. Little happy faces. They're very cute. Again, it's kind of funny because when you put them together, when I first saw it, it reminded me of boobies. Sorry, guys, for anybody that I offend. Again, like I said, I just say stuff. Because nothing offends me. Unless you're rude or mean to me, but, again, I would probably use, they're not all that thick. So, like, if I had a plug-in warmer, I would only use one. But I don't do plug-in warmer, I don't have plug-in warmers. They're too low, and my grandson, I know, would play with them and everything, so I don't use them. Once my grandson moves out, I may get some for, like, the bathroom and stuff like that. Because I think it's a great idea. But I don't have any right now. So in my warmer, I would probably use both of these. So this would probably be a one-shot deal. So Dreamsicle or Dreamsicles. Dream Skillies. I'm sorry, Brooklyn. I'm not trying to make fun of you. It smells orange. It smells like a creamsicle. Orange cream. Yumminess. So it's probably a blend of like maybe a creamsicle and something else. Like I said, I apologize. I don't have scent list up, so I don't know. But that's awesome. This is something that would be right up my alley. Bamboo Jasmine. Again, it's in a scallop. Love these because, like I said, these are definitely a one-shot deal. But they have to be thick. I've seen other people that, and this is quite thick. Oops, let me do it this way. Oh, either way, it doesn't really matter. This is quite thick. Either other people who have scallops, but their molds are very thin. But this is a nice thick one. And this is Bamboo Jasmine. Anything bamboo, anything spa-like I love. Oh, and again, yes. Like, this will be on my reorder list for when I use my coupon. Absolutely. It's just green, spa-like, amazing. The jasmine is not, like, overwhelming. Lots of green notes in this. Oh, love. So, this is a definite reorder. So, what I will do, which is really cool, is that I will also, unfortunately, this does not have her normal stickers with her website on them. But I'll write KB Creations down here and a yes. Although I do a database, so if I lose my little packages, I'll know that, oh, this was a definite yes. Absolutely. And last, well, I have two other little ones left. I have a whole bag here. You're not going to be able to see because it's carnation. There you go. Carnation. And like I said, I don't normally open these. I love the fact that she has, God, Chris, get it together, a twist tie on here. Ribbons drive me insane because then I have to tie them up again. Love twist ties. So pointer for anybody else, any other wax makers watching this. Love twist ties. So much easier to take these bags and just tie them back up. But there's 3 pieces in here. There's 2 of these little, I've got to hold it a different way. 2 of these little flowers, and they're white, so I'm having trouble here. But they're very cute. There you go. Again, a little on the small side. This is a sampler, so, but there's 2 of these, so I'll probably pop 2 of these in my warmer. And then we have another scallop. Now you'll notice, well, maybe you won't notice, this scallop does not look to be the same size as this scallop. So this one looks to be, in fact, I know it's not because I can tell from the back. This is more of a sampler scallop, and this is like a regular tart scallop. So, carnation smells like carnation. Absolutely smells like carnation. I'm not big on carnations. It's not my favorite floral scent. In fact, it may be one of my least favorite floral scents. And I don't know why. I think because I've always thought of carnations as a cheap flower. You know, like if someone's going to buy me roses or someone's going to buy me carnations, I'm not huge into flowers. Like people buying me flowers, they're cute. But of course, I'll always accept them. But, you know, to me, it's kind of a waste of money because flowers die. So I always take pictures of all the bouquets that I get because that way I can keep it for prosperity's sake. But they do always tend to die. So, I hate people wasting their money on me like that. I love the gesture. It's great. But, you know, buy me something. Buy me rafts. Buy me something that's going to last. Like I said, flowers in themselves are beautiful. But, and here I go. So this is a definite carnation scent. It smells just like carnation. Absolutely. So if you like carnation, this is a good scent. And here I am twisting my bag back up with my twist tie. Love twist ties, guys. Twist ties over ribbons. That's my vote. Okay, and last, this may be like a little extra that she gave me too. And again, these are my favorites, you guys know. This is called Summertime by KB Creations. Summertime. And this is, I believe it's a 1 ounce wax. And it's got little sprinkles on the top. And these scent shots, these containers, my favorite. I love to keep them. Oh my god, this is so good. This almost reminds me of suntan lotion. I can't even really describe to you specifically what it smells like, but it reminds me of suntan lotion, which is my all-time favorite scent. A lot of times I use suntan lotion as lotion or suntan oil as body oil, especially like Hawaiian Tropic or whatever, just because oh my god, I love the scent. It just brings me back to the beach and love it. So, again, this, I usually buy my Tarte, my scent shots in 2 ounces. I'm not sure. I haven't burned a 1 ounce yet. I know I've received some from other companies. So I'm not too sure if one of these would be enough for me to really get a good idea of what the scent is, or, you know, the throw and everything like that, and how long it lasts and all that other stuff. So I prefer in 2 ounces. I've noticed, I've never had seen them before I started doing like Etsy shops and, you know, going into little businesses, or smaller businesses. I've never seen a 1 ounce. And I think they even have smaller ones in these. But I would never purchase something smaller than this. Smaller than a 1 ounce. And like I said, 2 ounces are my favorite. Twist 2 ounces. I can cut in half if I want. I normally don't, because like I said, I like a lot of wax. But this is Summertime, and it just smells lovely. Like I said, suntan lotion. But anyway, so that's what I got from Brooklyn O'Connor, KB Wax Creations. I will post her stuff below. And this is probably the shortest video I've ever made, guys. So, you can thank me. Give me a hand. I'll pat myself on the back. Shortest video I've made, I think. But when I burn, like I said, I will give you a better idea on the scent throw and all that kind of stuff. And I will post pictures of how it was packaged before I opened it and after I opened it. And that will be at the end of this video too. So that was the quick one for tonight. I have a big one coming tomorrow. So I hope everyone has a great night. And I will see you tomorrow. So take care. Mwah.